the smell of not being in a clinic or gym all day long. Hi, if you want to get out of the grind, I want to share with you why being online in 2024 and beyond is the only way for you to help more people make more money and live a much better quality of life. Hey guys, what's going on? Yuri Elkaim here, CEO and founder of Healthpreneur, and I'm pumped because once upon a time, well, more than 20 years ago, I worked as an overworked, underpaid personal trainer. I was making $20 an hour, grinding away 12 to 14 hours a day, and I did that for 7 years. And I knew that, you know what, I couldn't keep doing that. So in 2005, I made the decision to live the quote-unquote laptop lifestyle because I thought coming online and selling ebooks was going to be the dream and it was going to be easy, but it wasn't. Nonetheless, I committed to it and I went through a journey over the next several years that was challenging because I had no guidance. I tried to do everything by myself. And yes, I could have stayed working with clients in person. I could have done what was comfortable. I could have stayed with what was safe, but my soul was leaving my body on a daily basis doing that. And I was willing to go through the journey of uncertainty to build the dream that I've been able to build. And I want to share that opportunity with you in this video because I don't know if you have been living under a rock or not, but this thing called COVID happened a number of years ago. And that was, I think, the inflection point where a lot of health professionals started to recognize that coming and working online was not only a thought, but a requirement. Everything being locked down, there was no opportunity. There was no other option other than working virtually with clients. And what we saw in our business was a huge inflection point. We saw people coming in to talk with us. They were no longer thinking about doing this. They had to do it. It was a matter of survival because if they didn't, their business was gone, their income was gone, and they would have suffered dramatically. Now, we at Healthpreneur have been waving this flag about building scalable coaching businesses online since 2017, so years before the pandemic. And the way I think about this is almost like online dating. Online dating 20 years ago was like so taboo. There's no way you could possibly meet anyone outside of seeing them in person, at a bar, at a restaurant, wherever. Nowadays, online dating is statistically the number one way people meet their significant other. Not just a one-night stand, their significant other. I've always believed that coaching clients online was gonna follow the same trajectory. And we've seen that happen, and especially since lockdowns and during COVID, it's really hockey sticked. So listen, if you're a naturopath, a health coach, chiropractor, physical therapist, it doesn't matter, right? Like the work you do is incredible. And the thing to remember that I want you to think about is that you should be getting paid for what you know, not what you do. You should be getting paid for your brains, not what you do with your body. If you're a massage therapist, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, like your fingers are toast after 10 years, right? It's like being a professional athlete, 35 and you're done. There's gotta be better ways to leverage your expertise to help people without you physically being in their presence all the time. I'll come back to that in a second. But I just wanna share the opportunity, the dream that this affords you. Right now, if you're like myself or the thousands of other health professionals that we've been very blessed to coach over the years, you're probably amazing at what you do. You went to school for many years, you dropped a lot of money to become a technical expert. And then they said, all the best, have fun building a practice. And maybe you built a practice or you worked in a practice, and after a number of years, as much as you loved helping clients and patients, you started to feel really run down. If you wanted to make more money, you had to see more people. And that's an unsustainable model, and it's an unscalable model. Yet, maybe you weren't sure what else to do. And remember, I lived through that experience for a long time. And there are moments where, you're crack of dawn in the office or in the clinic or in the gym and you're there till after dinner. Maybe you're missing out on dinners with your family. Maybe you're not able to take a vacation because if you do, you don't get paid because you're not physically present to see patients or clients. And I understand that. 2006, when I was just transitioning online, my girlfriend at the time is now my wife, we decided to take a 6-week trip to Europe. And I remember how excited we were. We had this beautiful itinerary lined up and we're gonna go from different countries to different countries. And I wasn't making a lot of money at the time. So it was just gonna be like one of those trips, like not a hostel, but just, one level above. And I remember working my butt off for months and months and months and months to save up the money for the trip. And I did. And then we left. And then for 6 weeks, I didn't see a single client. And that meant I didn't make a single penny more. Yet, while we were in Europe, every single time I had a coffee, every single time we had a meal, every single time we wanted to do anything, in the back of my mind, all I saw was the money going down and down and down. And I thought to myself, oh my God, when I get back to working with clients again, I'm going to have to make up for this deficit. And it was the moment where I said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. This is ridiculous. That was the moment, like the straw that broke the camel's back. And that was really the moment, the inflection point where I decided to move my expertise online. And although I didn't know what I was doing for the first couple of years, eventually I got some guidance and coaching. And then, that business blew up. I share this because if you want to help more people, if you want to make more money, and if you want to have a lot of time and location freedom in your life, working virtually with clients is not only one of the most rewarding things you can do, it's probably one of the only things you can do to achieve those goals. Because let's consider the alternatives. Whether you have a clinic or a gym, it doesn't matter, a facility, there's only 4 ways to grow that. There's only 4 ways to scale that. Number 1 is you hire more people. You hire more practitioners so that you don't do all the work. Other practitioners or other trainers or whatever do more of the work for you. You take percentage. Okay, you could have fun with that, but you're, again, limited by physical space. Number 2 is you could open up a new location. That sounds like a lot of fun, right? A little bit of overhead there. Yeah, pain in the ass. Third is you could sell physical products, right? So you sell product, whether it's supplements or pillows or whatever it is, so you get paid when you're not necessarily there in person. Those are the 3 main ways that you can scale a brick and mortar. Or number 4 is you look at how do I help clients online? Because now you don't have the same ceiling of space. You'll have the same ceiling of time if you work with clients one-on-one, but there are ways to leverage what you do in more of a group leveraged fashion. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, totally cool. Hey, check out the channel. We've got lots of videos to help you with that. And if you want our help, you can certainly take the next step and reach out to us. But nonetheless, if you're a chiropractor, if you're a physical therapist, if you're a trainer, if you're an osteopath, and you're thinking to yourself, there's no way I can help clients without touching them in person. I want to challenge that belief, right? Because the other thing to remember is this, you also didn't know how to adjust spines before you went to school. And that's why you went to school. What I want you to adopt is the belief that it is possible. Because some of our most successful clients are chiropractors, physical therapists, osteopaths. One of our most successful clients is a chiropractor who's making more than $3.2 million per month. When I share that, people are like, there's no way he's helping people. He's definitely scamming people. Again, you got to check yourself. If you don't think that's possible, that's because you're living in a certain paradigm. It's very possible. Not only is that possible, but he's gone on to build the largest coaching program in the world for the clients that he serves. Another one of our clients, Claire, is a physical therapist in Scotland, a place where a lot of people don't believe that neck of the woods has a lot of money to invest in their health. But again, who says you have to work with people in a small town in Scotland? When you come online, you can serve people anywhere. And if you say, well, Yuri, I can't really do that because I'm confined to my state or province, that's great. If you live in California, that's the 10th largest economy in the world. So what if you could only practice virtually in California? But Yuri, my state only has 1 million people. Great, were you gonna serve 500,000 anyways? No, you weren't. You have all the excuses in the world, or you can figure out ways to make it work. I'm telling you this because for every story or excuse you might be thinking of, we've helped people who've done the complete opposite. And legitimately, I'm not talking about shady stuff behind closed doors, weird stuff going on. It's all very legitimate. And the cool thing is that their clients are getting better results. So Claire, our client who's a physical therapist, she was able to grow her business substantially more revenue-wise than she was able to do in her physical practice. And here's the cool thing. She posted a little while ago, she was actually on a week-long trip to France with her family. And while she was there, she took a whopping 1 hour to do a coaching call for 17 of her clients at the same time. And while she was there, those clients were talking about how all the progress they're making on their own was amazing because she had built out a curriculum that they followed. And now she's able to touch base with them, not 17 times one-on-one, but once as a group together to inspire them, keep them on track, answer their questions. Now, I understand that some of this might sound foreign, like how do I do this? I get it, it's all good. That's also why you went to school in the first place. If you are serious about building a business online, if you're serious about taking your expertise and having more time and location freedom, if you want to impact more people, I urge you to subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Watch every single video I have on the channel, and you will be light years ahead of where you are now. And if you want to get there even faster and you want our help to build a lot of this stuff out for you in your business and help you skill up along the way, then there should be a link around here. You can take the next step, speak with us to see how we might be able to serve you. But the thing I want you to understand is that moving forward into the future, 2024 and beyond, the biggest opportunity for you as a health professional is to start sharing your expertise online, is to start helping people virtually if you want to have more impact, more freedom, more revenue. There's only so much you can do in the brick and mortar, and that's totally fine. I get that, and there's always gonna be a place for that. But if you want scale, this is where it starts. If you've enjoyed this, click the button below, subscribe today, check out the other videos on the channel, and if we can serve you, tune in next. I think that reading is a complete waste of time, at least the way most people do it. In today's video, I'm actually going to share 6 of my favorite books with you. I'm going to share exactly how I read them and how I don't read them, and what these books can do for you in your business.